Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and our dear kids of Iowa City and Coralville and North Liberty, and all the surrounding communities that have their kids going to our schools. This is your favorite program, Education Exchange. I know this is the most popular program on all the channels of TV. Katie Kunz and I are so happy tonight to host Horn School with us. And with Horn School principal sitting right here. On our right side is Sarah, on our left side is Sarah. Two distinguished teachers in the school, and we are delighted to have a parent, Shanti and Sanmati, and the star daughter that's there in the back. With the beautiful hair. And we are going to talk about a wonderful achievement that you have done. And I will let Katie take over from here.
Well, first, I'd just like to hear a little bit about just an explanation of what a cultural night is.
So, International Night is a time where we can celebrate the great diversity that we have at Horn School. It's growing over the years. This is my third year there, and so, you know, the population has changed a lot, and we wanted to really take the chance to celebrate it and capitalize on and let it and share with the rest of our Horn community what we have to offer, and just let them enjoy the diversity that we have.
So you were telling me a little bit before we started what International Night looks like. Can you explain that to our audience a little bit?
Yeah, so we have kids represented from 5 of the 7 continents, and so our school is kind of set up in pods off of the library, and each pod has transformed into a different continent that night. And so the community that comes and enjoys it has a passport, and so they can stamp their passport after they visit each continent, and then within that continent people come and set up, and they have the chance to bring artifacts and food and just items from their culture to kind of share with others. So then you can kind of walk around throughout the night and taste the different food, experience their culture. They come in, you know, clothing from their country, and so it's they kind of travel around and get to have some great conversations and enjoy some great food and see the different cultures that we have.
And so back there, what did you bring?
We brought samosas, desserts, rice, and and artifacts and clothes.
What exactly were the samosas? What was that?
It's it's like dough kind of thing stuffed with potatoes, peas, and other stuff.
Did you cook it yourself?
No.
Mom did? Shanti did?
Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah. It's a pastry sheet filled with the potatoes and vegetables.
Is it easy to cook?
Yeah.
Easy to make?
Easy to make. So kind of appetizers.
And what else was there other than?
I coordinated with all the Indian families. I told them to bring, we signed up for different kind of Indian foods. Because even in India we have 22 languages and so many dialects, and we have people from different part of the state, and every state has a different kind of food and cultures. Everything is totally different. So I told them to bring their country state food, and then I told them to bring their artifacts from their state. And even India itself, we had so much diversity with the diverse amount of food. And we come from southern part of India, so we brought southern Indian food.
And I heard about you, Sanmati, that you are a dancer too, and a violinist, and all these talents. Tell me something about your hidden gifts. Tell me. What do you do? You dance? Indian dance?
Mm-hmm.
So do you promise that one time we'll talk to Michael Peterson, our director here, and we show the Indian dance in the formal dress and everything? You promise that you will do that for us?
Okay.
Okay, Shanti. So this was exciting, have you had this experience before in another school?
Yes, we did it in Crickwood Elementary before. I was helping there, and then I was so excited when Han was doing it last year. I was jumping. I said, okay, it's just a great opportunity to share their cultures and learn from the other cultures too. It is a great opportunity, a wonderful opportunity for us.
Well, let's go to the leader, Kristen Cannon now.
Yes.
You were before, during the production meeting, you were
Mhm.
telling me about the diversity at Horn,
Mm-hmm.
and that it has become one of the most diverse schools
Yep.
now in our district.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the idea and how did it come about,
Sure.
and all the ramifications that are associated with that.
Yeah, when 2 years ago, when Roosevelt closed, and students from Roosevelt came to Horn Elementary, they brought with them the tradition. They had done International Night at their school, and we wanted to keep that tradition alive at Horn. So we hosted our first International Night, and we worked with the PTO, and Ms. Cummins was instrumental in helping to get that all set up with myself as well as our PTO members. And we took kind of the tradition that they had done, and we expanded it a little bit more and had the students have different continents where they went to each continent and carry the passports, like she said, and share things from their cultures and traditions from their countries. We have currently, right now at school, we have students from 30 different countries, and we also have 24 different languages that are spoken at our school. So this was a wonderful opportunity for everybody to come in and really learn from one another. And it was so wonderful because we would have families who had not known anybody from their country, and they would come to International Night, and they were setting up and realized that they were from the same parts and had many of the same traditions. And also it was just wonderful to go around and learn.
And I heard from you before that there were like Jordanians and Israelis, but it was peaceful, right? I mean,
Very.
that's,
Very, yeah.
So they fight there, but here they love each other, right?
Yep, yep. And we hang all the flags from all the different countries up around the building, and it's just a wonderful night.
So let me ask you, why did you select Sarah to present today?
I selected Sarah because Sarah Sarah is new to our building. We have started an English language learner program at Horn this year, and she works with a lot of the new families to our building, and she works with students who speak very limited English. So this was a way for them to come and share about themselves and the traditions from their own countries and bring that. And she was instrumental in making those connections with families and bringing them in.
Yeah.
Well,
So
go ahead.
this is the first year for ELL at Horn, and I just wanted to give a little bit of information about that. So there are students, from all over the world there, and some of them are newcomers that maybe just got here this summer. Some of the students I work with have been here, and they have a more built-up basic communication with English than some of the newcomers do, and maybe they're working more on academic English. But the top four languages that we have Arabic, which has about 35 students that speak Arabic, and then we have 24 Chinese speakers, and then Korean and Japanese are our other highest highly populated languages. But we have, like Mrs. Cannon said, we have about 24 languages. So
And all the Indian languages.
yes,
Yes.
all the Indian languages.
At 25 more.
Yeah, yeah, but the students work so well together, and they really enjoyed. Even when I was working with my students the next day, that was a huge topic of excitement for them. Was how International Night went, and I got to go around and see a lot of my students and the food that they made, and they were very proud of their families and what they could bring that night. So.
And in fact, we just had an assembly
Yeah.
last week. Our students every year, every month get to choose word caps for coins, and they chose UNICEF and with trick-or-treating, and we tied that all in with our international community and had the students stand up who spoke the different languages so they could see faces of each other, and Ms. Dowd was really nice to share pictures from Ethiopia that she had brought in her many travels. And we raised $1,400 for UNICEF as a
So
as a
let
school.
us visit the night now and see what had happened there.
Absolutely.
And then after we spend a couple minutes, maybe 7, 8 minutes, and then we'll come back and talk about your travels.
Yeah.
Thank you to those of you who hosted tables for the International Night tonight. We really appreciate the participation. We're really lucky to have the diversity that we do here at Horn, so we're really excited to celebrate it tonight.
There's a $2,000 South American bill in here. That's awesome.
Would you like to explain a little bit about your table?
Yeah, sure. This is Venezuela,
Okay.
which is at the north of South America.
Okay.
And basically, this is, we are at the national sport is baseball. So this is the baseball camp, and there are a lot of Venezuelan players in the United States, professional league. And we also play soccer. So that is the uniform for the my city's club.
Okay.
And this is the national uniform for the soccer. So the Venezuelan soccer players wear that.
Okay.
And here, this is plantain chips, and you can eat them. You can eat plantain salty or sweet.
Okay.
And these are just the chips. And these are devils, and these are masks
Wow.
that we use. And we do these, and it's a religious festivity. And people dress in white or red, and they put this on, and they dance, and they go and they move saints. It's Catholic, but it's not. It's syncretism kind of combination and mixed of different
Excellent.
religions. And this is the Constitution.
Oh, cool.
And this is one of the main presidents. And this is Chavez that everybody knows about
Yeah.
him. And this is a traditional toy.
Okay.
Called burrufio. So you go like this, and then you. So people play with that.
Yeah, nice.
And this is chocolate. And it's very typical chocolate and oil, and
Nice.
that's it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can test this. This is beef. This is tea egg. Tea egg. Cooked with Chinese tea.
Oh, wow.
So this is maybe like a pie or
Yes.
yeah. This is
Just a minute, Lucy. Sorry. Okay. Oh, and wow. Here, why don't you put something on my plate? Put the egg on there. Can you do that? One egg.
So this is hummus, which is chickpeas blended with tahini, which is sesame, made from sesame, and this is fried pita bread. You just use it to dip it in.
Okay.
There we have a lentil soup that has chicken in it.
Okay.
And those are some Iraqi sweets. It's a cream-filled phyllo dough, and I promise it's very good.
I'm sure it probably is. Harry is best.
This? Oh. Yeah. The Harry money is in Harry.
I saw it. Does he have it with him?
That's mine.
Wow. Let me. Thank you. Hey, Alden.
And Miss Dowd,
Yes.
that is mine.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Did you bring that with you from China?
Yeah,
Wow.
from with it and from China.
Okay.
And this this is very special because it's not only cutting lentil and it's my companion, my university.
Oh,
my university, and
excellent.
it's special. Yeah. And
Tulane University.
this my university is
like your alumni from there.
yeah.
Oh, neat.
Okay.
Awesome.
And this my university's logo.
Oh, okay.
This
Oh, cool.
logo. Yeah.
Neat. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you lift that up? Pick that up. Can you pick it up? Put in your, yeah, thank you.
I'm moving in.
Okay.
Like, wow. My camera's going crazy.
Yeah.
Very nice, yes. Can you explain?
Yeah, this word means happiness.
Happiness?
Happiness, yeah.
Oh,
Good
neat.
luck.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is Chinese.
There is a hat.
Yeah. Paper card.
Now, after we have seen this wonderful evening, it feels that I feel that we were with you together in this occasion. What was the most important thing that you gained from this? And let's start with you, Kam.
I would say that the most important thing was it's so cool to see the kids come from all these different cultures, and we're very lucky to have that. It was awesome to see kids and adults alike, but especially the kids celebrate the different cultures that their friends come from and really take part in celebrating that with them and just kind of embracing it. So it was very cool to see the kids get excited about other kids' culture.
Shanti, can you tell us what was the most important thing that you gained after all this interaction?
That's the experience. It is a great opportunity for children to learn about other cultures and learn, and it's because sometimes even among Indians, because they don't get to visit India frequently, there are many states, and then it's for them to, among Indian states, and we get to try different food, different culture. And my daughter is so excited to go room to room, and this is well organized. In Juan School, the International Night was very well organized. And they go to different rooms, try every continent food, and they enjoyed it over the night. They come home and they talk about it. Like, Mommy, this is a great opportunity.
And we saw in the video, the kids, some of them were wearing the national dresses and all that. That was probably a good occasion to ask questions and know about the cultures too.
It was.
How about you, Sarah?
I think for me it was seeing the pride in the students' eyes, not only just the ones that I work with, but all of the students, just to be so happy and excited about the cultures that they come from and sharing it with their peers. It was amazing. I had goosebumps, especially at the fashion show.
Katie, go ahead.
Well, I'm wondering, why is this the first year that there's an ELL program at the elementary school?
Prior to this year, the ELL programs in the Iowa City Community School District were at certain building locations, and students were bused to those different locations. Now, this year, they've started to realize that really it's the best situation to have the programs in the home schools of the students so that they're in with their neighborhood peers and not moving from school to school. So the district has looked at opening a lot more ELL programs in different elementary buildings.
I think it's a really important topic. I actually heard today a story on NPR, and I would like to ask you one of the questions they asked when talking about teaching. They were talking about teaching Spanish rather than teaching English to Spanish speakers or other language speakers. But do you think that these types of things validate people's cultures? As you try to get integrated into our new culture, sometimes you might lose what you used to have. Do you think that was something gained through International Night?
Absolutely.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's so important for students to continue speaking in their native languages and to keep those traditions going. And I think, without a doubt, that International Night just solidified that.
And I think it's so important for students to learn about one another and that we're all different and we all have different backgrounds and traditions within our family, whether we are from the United States or we're from different countries. And this really gave the students the opportunity to learn about their classmates and about each other.
I'm interested also, you said that America got its own spot.
Absolutely.
Is that where the majority of people were then?
No.
No. It was probably the least populated, actually.
Actually.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There was probably 5 or 6 families from America. Most of the families were visiting all the other cultures and countries. So
I think the most highly populated was probably Asia.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have, I think, I just want to add a little bit to this part about the ELL. I mean, you know that during the last 5-6 years, maybe 10, demographics changed a lot in Iowa City. And before, there were not as much people that are coming from, like Bosnia, Kosovo, Sarajevo, Somalia, Sudan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan. All these people, some of these countries would not even allow people to leave. And now we have this flood of new immigrants now and political asylum. A lot of them are political asylum or under the political asylum banner. So the district considers it a priority now to provide them with the most comfortable and hospitable cultural ambience or atmosphere. Yeah. So we saw the beautiful video, and we talked about all this. Where are we going from here? I mean, sometimes we have these celebrations, and after the celebration, everything goes back to the normal rhythm. So where are you going from there? Is there a plan to capitalize on this, invest on all the efforts that you have done already, and try to gain more?
Yes, in fact, it is our building theme plan, is that Horn gives back. And we're also celebrating multicultural and gender fair. So every day we read different information on our PA system about heroes in the world from all different countries. And we have that every day, as well as just continuing with the international night information that we got from different countries, having parents come in and down the road a little bit more and share with individual classrooms as well, and to continue to build on each other's strengths.
We have multicultural announcements as well, and so sometimes maybe I'll have some students go up to the speaker and practice saying hello in Chinese or whatever language they speak, and as well as giving some information about the country they come from. So that's a weekly thing that we try to do.
I'd just like to ask our student, do you think that this is good for your school? Do you think this has an impact on you?
It's good for our school because people get to learn about different cultures. And it's an impact on me because I get to learn about different cultures. So.
Did you learn about other people's cultures?
Yeah.
Who did you go visit?
I think it was China.
And do you feel better about that now?
Yeah.
It was a very short time, but you can learn a lot about it, right?
Absolutely.
So I heard from your principal that you had traveled a lot. Where did you go?
Well, the last couple of summers I've spent time in the east part of Africa in Tanzania, doing some volunteering, in particular last summer at an orphanage. So I wanted to bring in some pictures and some information from that experience to tie that in with the fundraiser that we did for UNICEF, to help show pictures of what UNICEF might be, what kinds of things the fundraiser would potentially provide for those types of children. Clean water, immunizations, food, clothing, that kind of thing. So I was able to kind of tie that together so the kids would have a visual of what that would look like.
Tanzania is a good place to study there. I served a lot there
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
my life, you know, I was in Arusha. And,
Ah, yes, that's where I was in
Kilimanjaro.
Arusha.
Yeah,
Yep.
really?
Yep, in Zuri
I was
Sana.
doing medicine there.
Oh, very good.
Dar es Salaam was
Yeah, Dar es Salaam.
very important because you can have the chance to visit Kenya and
Yep.
Uganda and
Yep.
all the surroundings, maybe
Mhm.
Zambia,
Mhm.
Libya. Well, that looks like we are approaching the end. Salmati, I would like you to say something to our audience. Look at the camera there and tell them how can you, as with your experience now that you went to the China corner there and learned a lot one night, how can people open their kids to other cultures? What do you advise them to do?
They could like read books about.
Look at the camera
Oh.
because you're talking now to our audience here.
They
And
can
all
read-
these parents are looking at you now.
They can read about books. They can look online, or their friends might like live there, so like they might have known about that place, so they can learn from them.
It's very good advice because you get easy the information now through the line. You know, in my generation, we didn't have this luxury, but now you press one button and you are in the country, right? And you visit and you can walk inside, listen to the music, and talk to the people, and maybe even communicate with some of the people. Wonderful advice. Shanti, would you like to say something to our audience about the experience as a parent?
Yes. Yeah, I come from India. I live in the Senate, Iowa City for 16 years. You know, we raise the children here. We want the children to learn both the cultures, and similarly, other people from other country also do the same thing. And it is, and especially when you go to the school, it's diversity, and you know, it is. It may the parents make sure like the children respect other cultures and respect other diversity, and it's a great opportunity to learn from each other.
Well, I would like actually to continue, and I think that's what Katie feels too, but our director is tough. And he can fire us easily. Right, Mike? Say yes. So we have to wrap it up, and you can watch this on, of course, PATV station, on the education channel, which is 21 if you have cable. And you use a computer so you can see yourself on YouTube, hopefully tomorrow evening. So we are in many events, as well as, of course, classically Monday at 7 o'clock, dinner time, on PATV. You can watch our show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to thank all our guests tonight and thank our team here, John Karhoff, godfather of this program for 100 years, and Michael Peterson, and Horn School, and Horn Kids, and Horn Parents, and of course teachers. Thank you very much.